Good morning, boys and girls, and happy Thursday. So our reading skills for lesson 16. These are our learning goals for today. All right, first, we're going to review the tricky words. Yeah, those sight words that help glue sentences together. They're most of the words that we cannot decode, so we really need to know them in our brain, okay? All right, then I'm going to introduce how many? Right, 2 new tricky words, except you already know one. It's been on our word wall, so we'll see if you can tell me what the word is. And then, finally, we are going to read a new story, right, in our Zach and Ann reader. Woo! Wait till you see what it's about. All right, here we go. Okay, so you know the deal. I'm going to use the star pointer, and you tell me the word. Ready, go. Right, which. All, good. Right, word. From. So. Good, and what? Can we spell what? Ready, go. W-H-A-T. What? All right, here comes some more. Okay. Right, where? Like, where did we go? Says, right. And if that says, this is said. Why? Good. Was. When. Good. You guys are getting so good at realizing that when we see that WH together, it's a W word. Last one. Good. Once. All right, let's move on to 2 new tricky words, except like I said, you already know one. Okay, so I'm covering the tricky word that we already know. This has been on our word wall for a little while now. And, what is it? Yeah, that's the word are. Like, are you sleeping? Right? And are is pretty much a totally tricky word. Because when you look at it, you want to say ah or eh. Or eh. No, that's not or eh. So the only real sound we're actually hearing in it is like the right? R. Sounds like a pirate talking. R. But we would say like, are you sleeping? Are you eating your breakfast yet? Question mark. Okay. We are going for a nice walk today. Okay. That's how we might use are in a sentence. All right, let's spell are. Ready? A-R-E. Yell the word. Ready? R. Now whisper it. R. All right, here comes your next one. All right, what's that word? Well, if I was looking at it and I wanted to decode it, which I really can't because it's not decodable, I might say wha-eh or eh. Whatever eh. No, it's not whatever eh. Say were. That's right, that word is were. Like, we were really tired after the soccer game. Okay? So the only decodable, really, we hear the wa and we hear the were. So we know that R sometimes can be bossy, and it's kind of bossing 2 vowels right now. It's letting them say, hey, you know what? I'm kind of in charge here after the W. Yeah, we're just going to kind of make my sound. Were, okay? So we have were. All righty. We're going to be using them. All right, let's move on. I'm going to introduce 2 new words that you might hear in our new story. Okay, so in our Zach and Ann story, you're going to hear these 2 words. I just want to make sure you know what they are. All right, so what is that word? And if you need to make your bed on that, please do. Right, that word is web. So when we think of a web, we might think of what a spider spins, right? It could also mean like a website, right? Like you're on the computer, you go to a website. But in our story, it's going to have to do with like a spider's web, okay? All right, go ahead. Tell me that word. You know it. Yeah, munch. Yeah, eating or chewing something. I munched my lunch. All right, I'm going to pull out our Zach and Ann reader, and I would like you to tell me what page I need to go to. Okay, so here is our table of contents. And our story is called Bug and Frog. So what page do I have to go to for Bug and Frog? Yell it out. Did you say page 20? No, that would be Zach gets a pet. I heard somebody say 20. Bug and Frog. Ah, did you say 54? Yeah, I need to go to Bug and Frog, page 54. So while I'm thinking about this story, our setting is going to be at the pond. And I want you to think about who's at the pond and what does Zach wishes he were? What could he do that he wishes he were something? And does he change his mind about this wish? Whoops, I think I went a little too far. All right, so here I go. Bug and Frog. Zach and Ann sit next to the pond. Zach says, the pond is a lot, there we are, of what? Of fun. I wish there's our new word, were a bug. Why? Says Ann. Bugs are no fun. Bugs zip and hum, says Zach. So what does Zach wishes he could be? Yeah, would you want to be a bug? I don't think I'd want to be a bug. All right, let's see. There are lots of bugs at the pond. And when they zip, that kind of means they're going quickly. And I would definitely say like those dragonflies up there were probably humming. Although I hope they don't get too close to the web. Yeah. All right, let's continue. Frogs hop and splash and munch on bugs, says Ann. I will not wish I were, or I was, a bug. Zach quips. Remember, quipping is like saying something. Zach and Ann had fun at the pond. They will tell Mom and Dad. So let's see. Remember, Ann said that frogs hop and splash and munch on bugs. And if you look, Zach is now thinking, if he were a bug, what could happen to him? Yeah, a frog might eat him. He's a pretty funny looking bug, isn't he? Look, he's even got all his little legs and his wings. Okay, so for your work today, you will see that you have bug and frog questions. So I will make sure I also send the story in a separate link. So you'll see, where are Zach and Ann? So think about it. Can you just say one word, or do you need to have a sentence like Zach and Ann are at the... Yeah, a whole sentence, okay? Because we pretty much would like to speak in whole sentences. Your next two, you're going to read and pick the choice that makes sense. On the next page, it asks, can a frog munch on a bug? Now look at all the lines that are there. So do you think you're just going to say yes or no, or do you think you need to maybe add a little more to make it a whole sentence? Yeah, you kind of need to make a whole sentence there. All right, last part, you're going to illustrate one part of the story and put a sentence down here that tells about your illustration. All right, go get 'em.